fulcrum and I can move the world. That was from a Greek philosopher. Give me a fulcrum, Archimedes. Thank you very much. Right. So all of human evolution is just trying to figure out how to get the right leverage, and Now doing that does have sort of like cost benefit analysis, and it's never perfect, right? The goal is to minimize harm, right? But at the same time, the second you apply energy, things are going to move, right? Things are going to happen, and there's going to be unintended consequences. And this is the never-ending conversation with human societies of just like, well, did we do the right thing? Did we do more harm than can we minimize it? Can we take care of everybody so that nobody has to work, which is the dream? It's never going to happen. Because it's just the physical reality. You can't get something for nothing. You have to put in some initial input.
Yo, Chris, when you say it's the exploitation necessary for capitalism,
I wrote, what happened to the brains of these chillists? This is a room about wasting your time.
Exploitation is a necessary component of capitalism.
So capitalism that is rooted in like identities that were just created for political purposes is a form of exploitation.
Projection alert! Projection alert!
Just like, I guess the other distractions that kind of happen, or
that's not capitalism. And you're just redefining those identities in the pursuit of capitalism. Remember when like Black Lives Matter came out? People were selling Black Lives Matter t-shirts. They just became reified.
Yeah, so what happens is like when you create this racial identity and then you people build their lives around it, like, yeah, their feelings become commodified in it, and then you can sway decisions and stuff like that. Like you can move people the way, how you want them to move, like pieces and pawns. But the people within the system, they don't think that they're, being used. They think, oh, like, no, I'm making my own decisions. Like, this is like really who it is that I am. And that's not necessarily the case. So that's where I was like, is that exchange or is that exploitation?
But capitalism doesn't require any kind of racial like. There's nothing about capitalism that capitalism says nothing about race relations. Right, like now, race relations says things about. You could argue it's totally separate, right? Like anybody should be able to interact with anybody in a free and exchanging way. But so I think Chris, your critique is more about like how identity is formed in modern America and the way that leads to exploitation and infighting and things like that. And I think there's a lot of truth to that, but I don't think that's necessarily a statement about capitalism.
And it isn't.
Hold on, Chris, because you say a lot of shit, and I don't think you actually research it.
Oh my gosh!
This is why you have an entire stage.
Why can't we just have nice things, Brand? Why can't we just have a conversation?
Because you can't.
It has to be so angry.
Brand, you are getting a little spicy, but
yeah. Can we bring it from like a 10 to like a 4?
Start saying the correct stuff, and you won't get.
He's threatened by you, Chris.
I'm not threatened by Chris. Like definitely.
I put in the chat. It's what all these Afro-Americans do, aka brain rot projection. His critique is a projection, and it's a racial religion.
Brad is just the pit bull sometimes.
No, it's not that. It's just
Everybody's got like a
I'm gonna finish my point. Let me just stop it. So, like, the idea that somehow capitalism caused the entire racial.
I didn't like how you made my voice so high, Samo. I didn't.
No, that was definitely Louis. It was Monica's voice.
Why are you making Louis sound like Monica?
Ooh, that's gross. Okay.
Yeah,
Louis, after we leave, please pack up Samoa for that kind of insult.
we gotta be able to do that, bro. Come on.
But I mean, like, capitalism doesn't thrive with segregation. It doesn't thrive with.
Monica wrote in the chat. His critique is a projection ID / were I a mod, you wouldn't be in here, John Edmund. Monica is beautiful, someone says.
Like a vibrant bougie class with little to no innovation, little to no progress, and they didn't even hold the bet up, which is why you had to have the 3/5 compromise enacted in order to appease them. You just did not have the capital because they relied so heavily on enslavement.
I wrote, Monica, go to the gym emoji and read a book, you pig emoji.
We have no longer those people to partake in this society.
Is it a
We no longer
projection?
have those individuals to actually blossom.
It is a projection. I gotta take my fat ass to the gym.
Contribute to a capitalist society. Instead, they are now a product being sold on the capitalist society, which means it causes more problems and it doesn't balance out. Whereas the
I cannot
North,
believe
limited
that they
those
haven't
in scope.
killed me.
It did have slavery, but it
I've
actually
been
made it
destroying
out
the room in the
much,
chat.
much to do with a whole bunch of other shit. But at the end, they were able to dramatically even in
the
GDP.
workforce that exploited them.
Yes, well, you can.
Right.
There was exploitation, but you sold yourself. So that's the choice you have in capitalism. You can go work for these. That's why I don't say like the people that are cheering for slavery are saying.
It's not a choice.
But again, Nike's not wrong for going to a country and saying, "Hey, you're going to make your workers at 13 do this for 10 cents." To what was it, an aglet, and put that on a sneaker. Okay, that's that country. It's not my fucking problem. And if that nation and those people are stupid enough, or they're saying, "Hey, you know what? We want this type of society," who am I to stand in their way? Who am I to fight that stuff? Who are you to actually go?
I mean, this is like prostitution. Like, you know, this is the dilemma that like the left has here. Like when they're trying to advocate for freedom of expression, for liberation, and sex workers, they kind of hit to this dilemma where somebody's creating a commodity or a service of their human experience, but then there's this moral conflict that they're going to have here now, because now you're saying that this person is immoral in acting by selling themselves for said thing, right? And this is a symptom, is what people are going to say, of somebody that is damaged.
It's a symptom of a bigger system that's designed to divide and dominate. That's what it's a